Hello there, I'm Ali Douglas and it's time to remember great games in November. Over the next 30 minutes I'm going to be looking back through the decade to find some unforgettable matches that took place at this time of year. November always a month that throws up some classic games with the league campaigns underway, European adventures in full swing and some tasty cup games to look forward to. '70s action up first tonight and a European tie against Borussia Mönchengladbach at Ibrox on the 7th of November 1973. Rangers qualified for the Cup Winners' Cup thanks to a 3-2 win over Celtic in the previous season's Scottish Cup final. The first round of the Cup Winners' Cup saw Rangers stroll through on a 6-0 aggregate score against Turkish minnows and Karagucu. However, the second round was to prove a far tougher affair. The German outfit had excellent players of international quality, including Rainer Bonhoff and a certain Bertie Vogts. A disappointing 3-0 defeat away in the first leg left Rangers with a mountain to climb. But in the return leg at Ibrox, Rangers stepped up the performance and the match proved to be an open, entertaining one, with both sides attacking without inhibition. The Rangers team that night was McCloy, Jardine, Matheson, Gregg and Jackson, MacDonald, McLean, Forsyth, O'Hara, Conn and Houston.
Again, Rangers pushing extra men forward. There it goes, O'Hara hits the bar. Conn. It's the goal! Exactly 10 minutes, and that's the early goal that Rangers wanted. This is Heinkes. Boomer coming through on the left. Seeloff on the right, number 4 has it. Oh, no one there for that one. This is a chance, and it's a goal. And that could well be that. Playing to the far side, Jackson trying to go up, breaks to Houston. Over it comes, Jackson still there, and it's a goal! Jackson scores! Gray to Jardine. Through to Young. Rangers throw. Young to McLean. Young onside for the return pass. Over it comes. A back header. Houston heading it across. Here's MacDonald. It's a goal! MacDonald scores. And Rangers are still trying. They will not give up. Boomer coming away. Kulik to Heinkes. Heinkes coming through. Now he's finding Jensen. Jensen turns it against McCloy, picks a rebound and drives it into the net, and that could be it.
1979 now, and to the second year of John Greig's spell in the manager's chair. For the league tie against Partick Thistle on the 3rd of November, Rangers were coming into this game off the back of a credible draw away to Valencia in the Cup Winners' Cup and a disappointing league defeat to their old firm rivals. Greig's Rangers would never enjoy the same level of success achieved in his first season in charge, with a domestic cup double and running a close second in the league. The 1979-1980 season saw Rangers end up with a poor 5th position in the league and disappointment in domestic and European Cup competitions. This win against Partick was one of 15 victories in the league. Rangers ran out McCloy, Jardine, Forsyth, Stevens and Jackson, Watson, Miller, MacDonald and Johnson, DL and Cooper.
Doyle's there. Marr out of play for Rangers throw. It really is a most unpleasant afternoon for football. The pitch is slippery on top. Players looking up into the wind and rain all the time. Forsyth forward towards Johnston. Breaks nicely for MacDonald. Space on the right if he can find it. Very nearly found the gap. Good effort by MacDonald. Good recovery by Jardine, who's put in a lot of work so far for Rangers in this match. It's a corner. Jackson again making his run away to the far side of the box. Cooper hoisting it in, looking for Jackson, headed down, and it's going to be a goal, yes! Urquhart scores, touchdown by Stevens, turned away by Urquhart, and a goal. Rangers lead 1-0, 11.5 minutes played. Davy Cooper's left-footed corner kick was a beauty. Jackson and Stevens went up for it on the far side. It came through to Urquhart, he turned in a sixpence and blasted the ball into the net from close range to give Rangers the lead. Rangers 1, Partick Thistle 0, the scorer Billy Urquhart. Urquhart, McDonald, Cooper all in the centre. It's a second chance. I think there was a deflection there off Andy Anderson for a corner. Well, Rangers' last corner, which was their second, produced their opening goal. Stevens has come down. There's a looking penalty box in there. Cooper floats it in. Headed back across by Watson. Smith, goal! Urquhart makes it 2. The corner curled to the far side. Watson turned it across. Smith was there to deflect it out in front, and Urquhart was there to bury the ball behind Rough to make it Rangers 2, Partick Thistle 0. There goes the half-time whistle. Rangers lead Partick Thistle by 2 goals to 0, and Billy Urquhart, who had not scored a Premier League goal for Rangers this season so far in 4 previous matches, now has scored 2s. So there's a close-up of the start of the second half. Rain still falling heavily here at Ibrox. Thistle attacking the goal on the right. Rangers moving straight into the attack through Cooper. Cooper to Smith. A chip and just over the top. What a lovely chip there by Smith. Tremendous restart. Cooper going straight through, squaring it through nicely to Smith, the first half substitute for Colin Jackson, who beat Rough but just floated the ball over the top of the crossbar. Goal kick then to Thistle. Stevens heading that down towards Johnston. Smith with the throw, Miller running to get to it. It doesn't bounce too kindly for him. Whittaker, whose work rate is quite incredible, sets that through. O'Hara. Watson couldn't reach it, neither could Jardine. Watson does. And Miller. Jardine forward, but nicely intercepted by Whittaker. Whittaker coming through, pushes it through with his right foot to Jardine with a chance, and a beautiful goal. A beautiful goal by Ian Jardine. Whittaker did the work, Jardine did the finishing, and it's 2-1.
That one ending up 2-1 to Rangers. Into the 80s now, and to another season where league form wasn't what it should have been. The 81-82 season saw Rangers finish 3rd in the league. In fact, the only trophy to come to Ibrox was the League Cup, thanks to a 2-1 win over Dundee United, a match that has also featured in our Remember programmes. But tonight, it's the Rangers-Hibs match from the 7th of November 1981. John Gregg's men left Easter Road with all the points, thanks to a double from midfielder Jim Bett. The Rangers team that travelled to the capital were McCloy, Jardine, Black, Forsyth and Jackson, Bett, Cooper, Russell and Johnson, with Reedford and McDonald making up the starting 11.
And the referee this afternoon, Mr. Louis Thau Auvert. So Hibs kick off, facing the only team who've managed to score 2 league goals against them this season. Rangers did that at Ibrox in the first league match between the clubs, a 2-2 draw, and no one else has managed to score more than once against Hibs in the league. Arthur Duncan. Now McLeod. Intercepted by Redford for Ray. And the perfect dipping volley gives Hibs the lead. 11 minutes gone. 1-0 to Hibs, and Gordon Ray gets his third of the season. Joy in the faces of these Hibs players, and no wonder. Peter McCloy dejected, he had no chance with that. McLeod hitting the driven ball towards the Hibs right. Intercepted at full stretch by Redford, topping perfectly for Ray. And look how that volley dipped under the crossbar. Redford's reply. Oh, it was Russell in fact coming in quickly. And that one just going wide of the top left-hand corner. And that really was very close indeed. Ray keeping it in, and Callaghan chasing that as Black waited for the linesman's flag. Still Ralph Callaghan. That's beyond Duncan. Lay off from McDonald to Bet. Cooper retrieving it. Redford on a run forward. Patterson coming across to close them down. The long legs of Patterson doing enough to concede the corner kick. So Johnston again posing problems at the near post. Cooper looking for the far post, ball to Jackson. Ball still in play. John McDonald not quite tall enough, and Ray hooking it clear. And this time is Jim Bet. Well, it's certainly a day for full volleys. Jim Bet matching Gordon Ray to make it one apiece. Jubilation now on the Rangers terraces. 16 minutes gone. Hibs 1, Rangers 1. And this time it's the power shooting of Jim Bet. The clearance coming out, dropping beautifully about knee-high. And Bet giving Jim MacArthur no chance at all. Now Cooper. That's Shadler trying to stop him. Cooper's got free. A great cross with the right foot. And nobody there to cash in. And the throw to Hibs. Well, there's just no let up in the action. Still being played at a hectic pace, particularly in the middle of the field. So look how crowded it is in there. That's a good pass from Bet to McDonald. And that's a penalty kick to Rangers. McDonald sprinting for the line. Brazil tried to check out of the challenge. Brushed against McDonald. And the referee giving the penalty kick instantly. So Jim Bet, who already got 1 out of 1 this season, scoring 1 against St Mirren in the League Cup semi-final, with a chance to make it 2. 2-1 to Rangers. Bet's second goal of the match. And Rangers take the lead. Well, Bet certainly has the mastery from these shooting positions, and look at this penalty kick giving Jim MacArthur no chance at all.
We leap forward now to the 90s with a convincing win for Rangers over St Johnstone at McDermott Park. It was season 1 for Dick Advocaat, and what a start it was as he guided his star-studded side to the domestic treble. There were some fantastic victories on the way to these trophy wins, as Rangers seemed to be able to score at will. St Johnstone were unluckier than most that year and let in a grand total of 21 goals in all competitions against the Gers. So with Niemian goals, a back four of Newman, Amoruso, Hendry and Wiedmar, midfield with Alberts, Van Bronckhorst, Ferguson and Kanchelskis, and the two up front, Wallace and Johansson. Rangers took on St Johnstone from the 8th of November 1998 and ended up in 7th heaven.
Referee Kenny Clark gets the 30th meeting of these two sides underway in the Premier League, and it's no surprise really to suggest that Rangers will undoubtedly be the favourites to win this match here tonight, when you consider the facts really. Here's Alberts, just distance for a shot, and Main happy to see that one go over the bar. Not quite sure if he got a touch on it, but George Alberts is really a man that you can't allow any space from about 20 yards out. In fact, even further than that, because this is what he has in mind. And Maine quite happy to see that go inches over the bar. Don't think the St Johnstone goalkeeper got a touch. In fact, he did. It's a corner, Van Bronckhorst. Swinging this one in. There's a chance. Looks like a goal. Maine off the line. It's a goal to Rangers. Well, Alan Maine looks bemused by it all. And Rod Wallace gets his 9th goal of the league campaign. Vidmar just trying to direct it towards goal. But it's Rangers once again trying to build. Ferguson playing the switch. And a nice ball too to Arthur Newman. Newman pointing the way. Wallace now. 2 Rangers players in the box. Drives it back to Van Bronckhorst. Drive in there. Great save made. 2-0. Jonathan Johansson. Prompted Dick Advocat to think twice about signing Christian from Brazil, because this man is scoring the goals, and now on a regular basis he's there in the right area. Jonathan Johansson makes it 2-0 Rangers. There's Dick Advocat looking on as his team now has a 2-goal advantage, and Van Bronckhorst has a chance to add to it now. That's a penalty. Van Bronckhorst going in there. In fact, it looked as if it was Paul Kane. Dodge just close by. Paul Kane leaves the field. Red card. And that really sums up what is a torrid evening for St Johnstone. Sandy Clark, no arguments. Rangers with a chance to have a 3-goal advantage. George Alberts gives you the answer. And this game is all but over. Done and dusted. St Johnstone down to 10 men. George Albert scores from the penalty spot, and Rangers in easy street. Alberts picking his spot, Maine in the opposite direction. Lovely penalty, side foot, letting the keeper make the move. Referee Kenny Clark brings the first half to a close. An impressive first half for Rangers. Cleared away. Rangers with a chance to break out quickly. Good run by Andre Kanchelskis. He's looking up for the support. Comes Johansson, just tried the dummy there, didn't come off. Still with Kanchelskis. Gary Boland looking for support here. Kanchelskis should go all the way. Left foot drive. There's number 4. And it really is a case now of the Rangers fans celebrating in style the 4th goal. Well, there was always the threat of more goals from Rangers. They started to stretch this St Johnstone side. And Kanchelskis really had all the time in the world to force Alan Maine into trying to save a left foot drive. A good finish from Andre Kanchelskis. And you wouldn't really bet against Stefan Givarch getting his name in the score sheet here. Here's Givarch, chance to... Well, he's looking, he tries to chip the goalkeeper. Oh, that's an absolutely magnificent goal! Stefan Givarch. And any questions over the quality of this man have quickly been expelled with a finish of supreme quality. It may well have taken a deflection of John McQuillan's head, but the intent from Givarch, a World Cup winner, was there for all to see. A lovely ball from Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and he only had one thing in mind, and the chip gives him the perfect start to his career in Scotland. Stefan Givarch, the goal scorer. Rangers 5, St Johnstone 0. Oh, lovely quick turn there from Kanchelskis. The good ball in, there's Givarch again, chance for another! 6-0 Rangers, Stefan Givarch. Top scorer in the French League for 2 seasons. May not have got a goal in the World Cup at the absolute top level of football, but he gets in the right position, steadies himself and makes sure that the shot is low past Alan Maine. Well, regardless of the fact that St Johnstone are well and truly beaten, you still have to take your chances, and Rangers are doing that in abundance. stretching St Johnstone every minute of this match. Kanchelskis now, Givarch looking for the ball behind. Kanchelskis loses his feet, gets it across anyway, cleared to the edge. There's Givarch, surely not a hat-trick. Rangers looking for a penalty, and Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Well, would you believe it? It's gone from bad to worse for St Johnstone. Van Bronckhorst just beating Danny Griffin to the ball. And there you have it. 7 goals to 0. This indeed is exhibition stuff from Rangers. Albert's increasing his goal tally for the season, and really Alan Main had no answer to that drive, straight into the back of the net. He's had a good game this evening, scored 2 penalty kicks. Rangers almost had an 8th. Stefan Givarch thought he got the easiest of hat-tricks. And that's the end of the match. Dick Advocat shaking hands with all his team and, of course, Sandy Clark.
The final game in tonight's programme is another cracker. And for this game, revenge was oh so sweet. On the 26th of November 2000, Rangers faced a Celtic side who, in their previous Old Firm clash, ran out convincing 6-2 winners. 3 months had passed, and when the second Old Firm of the season came along, every Gers fan was still hurting. This was to be an unforgettable afternoon for all in light blue, in a game when everything just seemed to click, with goals from all over the park, including Old Firm debut man Ronald de Boer and Tory Andre Flo, who was making his debut for Rangers after his move from Chelsea just 3 days before the match. Rangers started with Kloss, Conterman, Wilson, Amoruso and Newman, Reina, de Boer, Ferguson and Alberts. Miller and Flo started up front for the light blues as they romped over their rivals. The fans chanted, "We want 6." Sadly, they didn't get it, but none of them went home too disappointed.
A famous fixture, a fascinating fixture, a fiery fixture, a match unmatched in British football.
I think we're in for a treat, Ian. If you look at either side's midfield, either side, they're both set up to win this match. Celtic certainly have come here, and in playing 2 wide players, have made a declaration of intent. Rangers simply have to win this, and it's going to be a test of the character of Dick Advocat's side as much as their ability to do.
Again, up towards Henrik Larsson. Handball. And Rangers taking the free kick very quickly. Martin O'Neill was fuming that they were allowed to. Reina. Rangers looking to go on the rampage. Barry Ferguson, surely! He's done it! Rangers' new captain leads by example.
That's a wonderful goal by Barry Ferguson, who's probably fed up being told he doesn't do enough of this. Normally the holding player, this time he said, well, I'm getting myself into the box. He's not picked up. A lot of good movement in front of him, dragging Celtic defenders wide. The first touch is excellent, and he has the composure to finish the move off. A wonderful goal.
Up to Larsson. Scott Wilson trying to get in there, but failing to do so. Petter's cross, and what a chance here. Ooh, Adam Thompson was in there, but it's a corner. Thompson delivers the corner, and Henrik Larsson has equalised for Celtic. It's 1-1, and maybe Martin O'Neill's men are not ready to be beaten just yet. Ronald de Boer's corner, and Albert is on the far post. It's off the bar and put in by Flo. He's done it on his debut. Rangers are 2-1 up. Troy, Andre, Flo.
Well, he hasn't been in it at all. Passed up a good chance early on. Well, what a sweet moment this will be. George Albert's at the back post there. Off the crossbar. And he wasn't going to miss from that range. Good deep corner. Albert's not picked up. Gets it back across. There wasn't much the defenders on the line could do. Falls perfectly for Tory Andrew Flo.
Ferguson is leading the charge, and Flo is onside. Oh, and Stefan Kloss keeps, or rather Robert Douglas keeps Celtic in it. In it comes from Albert, and on the far post, it's Ronald de Boer, and Rangers are 3-1 up. De Boer scores. It was a day for them to stand up and be counted, and that's exactly what they've done.
Once again, the damage comes to the back posting. It's a good ball by Albert. Look at the movement on it, but there's not enough pressure on De Boer there. Similar one to Albert's for the second goal, who wasn't pressurised. De Boer wants it more than anyone else. And Rangers well and truly in the driving seat now.
Maruso finding Ferguson. Rayner. And, oh, Michael Moles, Flo waiting. Moles twisting, turning, and going for goal himself, and Douglas pushing it behind. And Maruso would love to cap off a fantastic performance with a goal. Albert drills it in, and Maruso has done it! It is a goal for Lorenzo Amoruso! You didn't really think Rangers would give up that easily, did you?
Well, it caps a fabulous performance for the big Italian in. Celtic once again failing to defend the set piece. Plenty of bodies goal side. Amoruso prepared to put his head in where it might get hurt. And certainly no more than Lorenzo Amoruso deserves, given the quality of performance he's turned into then. Dick Advocaat knows the points are safe now.
Didier again. Larson. Sutton. Jackie McNamara. And blocked by who else? But Amoruso. And he finds an outlet in Torre Andre Flo. Albert. Ronald de Boer is waiting for it, and he's going to get it too. Moles in the middle. Is this another one? It sure is. Michael Moles scores on his old firm debut as Rangers hit the high five.
Yeah, good ball in behind there by George Alberts here. And again, no lack of support. Good ball in by De Boer. And he was always going to take that one first time. He just has to keep his concentration, keep his eye on the ball, keep the shot down. And he does just that.
Alberts. Newman. Ferguson. It's all over. Ibrox erupts. Dick Advocaat's Rangers hammering their fierce rival Celtic by 5-1.
What a game. I hope you've enjoyed this look back through the years. There'll be plenty more unforgettable Jers, goals and great games in the next programme. So make sure you join me then for Remember, great games in November.